So, 7 things I hear constantly from buyers, sellers, and people who just like having opinions about real estate at dinner parties. Some of these were true 5 years ago. Some of these were never true, and somebody just said it with confidence one time and it stuck. Let's go through all 7. So, myth number 1, you need 20% down. You do not. In Canada, you can buy with as little as 5% down on homes under $500,000 with a sliding scale up to 1.5 million. So 20% down avoids mortgage insurance. That is the only thing it does. It does not unlock some secret tier of homeownership that is 5% crowd is just not allowed into. I think this myth survives because it sounds responsible, like financial advice your uncle would give you right before asking to borrow your truck. Okay, so myth number 2, list high first, you can always come down. Now, this one costs sellers real money. Here's what actually happens. So the new listing gets the most attention in the first 7 to 10 days. That's when buyers and agents are watching closely. So if you list too high, you burn that attention on a price nobody believes, okay? Then you cut the price. Now it looks like something's wrong with the house. So instead of something being wrong with the number, right? Buyers notice price drops. They start asking what you know that they don't. Pricing correctly from day one is not giving anything away. It's how you actually get the best possible price, okay? Now, myth number 3, renovations always pay for themselves. I spent 20 years in construction before I got into real estate, so let me save you some money here. Most renovations do not return dollar for dollar at resale. A kitchen rental might return 60 to 80% of what you spend. Custom backyard putting green returns approximately a shrug from the next buyer. So, renovate for how you want to live in the home, okay? Not because you think it's a guaranteed investment. Sometimes it's just an expensive way to enjoy your house for a few years before someone else enjoys your good taste for free, right? Myth number 4, now is a bad time to buy. So somebody has said this in every single market since the concept of buying a house was invented. Right now in Calgary, conditions have shifted to fairly balanced, overall. Apartment style homes currently favor buyers for sure, with more supply on the market. Detached homes remain tight, less inventory, and prices are down modestly year over year, around 3%. That's not a crash, it's not a boom. So that's just a market behaving normally, which is somehow always disappointing. Some people, they love the dramatic headlines, but realistically, it's nice to have a balanced market here in Calgary. There really is, there's no universal good or bad time. There's only whether it makes sense for your specific situation right now, okay? Myth number 5, you should wait for rates to drop. Here's the problem with this plan. Everyone else is waiting for the exact same thing. So the moment rates actually drop, demand spikes, competition increases, and prices often move up to absorb the savings you were waiting for. So you can refinance a rate later, but you cannot unpay the higher price that shows up the moment everyone else has the same idea you did. Myth number 6, the first-time buyer GST rebate is complicated. It's actually pretty simple. So as of March 2026, eligible first-time buyers of new construction homes can receive a GST rebate of up to $50,000. Full rebate on homes priced at or below $1 million. So partial rebates up to $1.5 million. And you need to qualify as a first-time buyer, meaning you or your partner have not owned a home in the current year or the 4 years prior, okay? $50,000 is not a rounding error. That is the difference between renting another year and actually owning something. And then myth number 7. So you do not need an agent for new construction. I mean, this is one that costs people the most without them ever realizing it. The builder sales rep is friendly. They're also paid by the builder to represent the builder. That is not a conspiracy. That's just their job. An agent representing you reviews the contract, the substitution clauses, the deposit structure, the supplementary tax assessment. Most new homeowners never see coming. So, in most cases, the builder pays your agent's commission. So, the version of this myth where skipping an agent saves you money is usually the version where you paid full price for advice nobody gave you. So what to do with all of this? 7 myths, some about buying, some about selling, all of them repeated so often that people stopped questioning them. If one of these applies to your situation right now, or you just want a second opinion before you believe the next confident stranger at a dinner party, please reach out. I'm Derek Bryer, and I will see you in the next one.